The oral traditions of Native American peoples are a treasure trove filled with myths and legends that not only entertain but also pass down essential values and teachings from one generation to the next. In today's episode of History in Photos, we'll explore three of these fascinating stories, diving into the rich cultural tapestry that these peoples have woven over the centuries. Let's discover how these narratives helped shape the extraordinary cultural diversity that defines Native Americans today. The White Giants. Stories about the White Giants are a cultural treasure shared by various Native American tribes, each with their own versions of these legends. The White Giants, or Naholo as the Choctaw called them, are described as towering beings about 10 feet tall, with supernatural abilities that made them figures of great power and mystery. These legendary beings are often depicted as the original inhabitants of vast regions of North America, long before the arrival of the indigenous tribes we know today. For instance, the Choctaw tell that before they settled in what is now the state of Tennessee, these giants already ruled those lands. When the Choctaws' ancestors crossed the mighty Mississippi River to settle there, they encountered the Naholo, leading to memorable clashes. These battles between the giants and the newcomers are a central part of the Choctaws' oral traditions, serving as stories of lessons about struggle, survival, and adapting to unknown lands. Legends about the White Giants are woven into the traditions of many Native American tribes, with each one adding its own unique details to the stories. The Choctaw, for example, described these giants not only as towering beings, but also as hostile, cannibalistic figures, which struck fear among the tribe. In the vast Great Plains, the Comanche also have tales of encounters with these giants. They portray them as beings of great strength and courage, superior even to the most powerful elites of today. The giants were renowned artisans and architects, creators of vibrant and thriving cities. However, their legends also speak of a moral decline that led to their destruction by the Great Spirit for having forgotten the values of justice and mercy. The Navajo, on the other hand, tell that the White Giants were masters of mining and held absolute control over local communities, extending their power across America. According to these stories, these giants either returned to the heavens or were wiped out by a mysterious force, marking the end of their era on Earth. Within the oral traditions of the Manta people of Peru, intriguing stories about giants arriving in enormous boats outline a mysterious chapter of their past. These gigantic beings, described with eyes as large as plates and exceptionally strong limbs, imposed their rule over the land and local resources, changing the region's dynamics. According to local legends, these giants weren't just physically imposing. They also displayed sexual behaviors that the Manta found abominable, which contributed significantly to the breakdown of relations between the two peoples and eventually led to the giants' extinction. In other narratives, like those of the Peyotes, there are references to red-haired white giants, though these accounts lack direct evidence to confirm their existence. Archaeological discoveries in the region add a layer of mystery and credibility to these legends. Human bones showing signs of manipulation, such as marrow extraction, have been found, suggesting the possible practice of cannibalism among these ancient populations. Despite these intriguing findings, the full truth behind the stories of giants remains shrouded in uncertainty, with researchers and archaeologists still seeking more evidence to clarify or validate these ancient and fascinating legends. The red-haired giants of Lovelock Cave. In the Humboldt Sink region of Nevada, there is an ancient legend told by the Paiute Native Americans about red-haired cannibal giants who lived in Lovelock Cave. This cave, about 150 feet long, was said to be home to these imposing creatures, known as the Sea Teka, who stood around 10 feet tall. These giants were feared by the local communities because of their predatory and cannibalistic behavior. The Paiutes, tired of the threats, decided to take drastic action against the Sea Teka. They trapped the giants inside the cave and smoked them out, wiping them out completely. Today, Lovelock Cave is not only a place of mythological interest, but also a significant archaeological site, where more than 10,000 artifacts have been discovered, highlighting the rich cultural history of the area. Anthropologists from the University of California explored Lovelock Cave and made remarkable discoveries, uncovering tons of distinct artifacts, including intricately woven baskets, brushes made from sage, knives, and a variety of other tools. During the excavations, they also found human bones, some of which showed signs of having been manipulated to extract marrow. These findings led to theories about possible cannibalistic practices among the ancient inhabitants of the cave, suggesting that in times of scarcity, they may have resorted to consuming human flesh. While some bones showed cuts and missing marrow, most of the skeletons were intact, leading researchers to believe that cannibalism may have been a response to extreme hunger rather than a common dietary practice. The team, led by anthropologist Llewellyn L. Loud, cataloged around 10,000 different items throughout their expeditions, making Lovelock Cave an archaeological site of great importance for understanding the way of life and cultural practices of that time. After years of dedicated research and meticulous data collection, anthropologist Llewellyn L. Loud finally compiled his findings on Lovelock Cave into a comprehensive report. However, despite extensive efforts, no concrete evidence was found to support the legend of the 10-foot-tall giants that were said to have inhabited the site. The human bones that were unearthed matched the typical size for humans from that era. Access to the cave wasn't easy, especially considering that around 440 BC, several entrances were destroyed, which possibly led the inhabitants of the time to abandon the site. Later, the cave became a refuge for bats, whose presence resulted in a thick layer of guano covering the ground and the artifacts. Since then, many expeditions sponsored by various institutions and research centers have explored the cave, but to this day, none have provided scientific proof of the existence of the legendary giants. The legend of Bakwas the American Wild Man, a mythical figure among the Kwakwakwakwak people of British Columbia, describes these beings as the king of ghosts or seamen, and sometimes as the Native American Wild Man. These spirits are known to inhabit dense forests and areas near water, where they are said to spend time with the spirits of drowned people and feed on clams found on the beach. While they may seem shy and reclusive toward humans, the truth is more complex and sinister. The Bakwas have a habit of approaching disoriented humans or those wandering through the forest, offering them what appears to be tasty food, like fruit or dried salmon. However, what they are actually offering is rotten insects, snakes, lizards, and other repulsive delicacies. Those who are tricked into eating this contaminated food end up turning into a Bakwas themselves, losing their humanity and joining the ghostly tribe forever. The Bakwas are mysterious beings and visually quite intimidating. They have a slim appearance with long, messy hair and round, expressive eyes. In Native American ceremonies, the Bakwas are often honored by dancers who wear detailed masks and cover their faces with their hands, symbolizing the supposed shyness of these creatures. These celebrations reflect the rich tapestry of myths and legends that characterize Native American spiritual traditions, passed down through generations. These are just a few of the fascinating stories found in Native American culture, with many more waiting to be explored. So, what do you think about legends of giant cannibals or wandering spiritual entities in forests and on beaches? Would you venture into Lovelock Cave or explore museums that house its ancient artifacts? Share your thoughts in the comments below and join our community as we try to unravel these mysteries. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more intriguing content.